Hello, friends. Have you ever thought about a bird that doesn't fear the storm, but instead rises higher because of it? A bird that doesn't hide behind trees like the others, but flies beyond the clouds, straight into the sunlight? That bird is the eagle. But today, we are not here to talk about a bird. We're here to talk about a mindset, the eagle mindset, a way of thinking that has taken millions of people to great heights throughout history. Have you ever had a time in life when everything seemed to fall apart? When you felt stuck, hopeless, and alone? When people doubted you and you started doubting yourself? If yes, then this story is for you. The eagle is not just another bird. It may be born on the ground, but its thinking belongs to the skies. It doesn't waste time on small matters. It separates itself, rises above, and goes where very few have the courage to go. But ask yourself, is it only a bird that can do this? You can too. You have the same strength, the same focus, the same clarity. The only difference? The eagle knows its power, and sometimes we forget ours. One of the most powerful qualities of an eagle is its vision. It can see its target from miles away. Imagine if your thinking was that clear. Wouldn't you see your goals in advance? Wouldn't you be able to avoid distractions? But it's not just about vision. It's about the silent preparation, the loneliness the eagle chooses. It flies alone. It doesn't follow the crowd. It leads its own flight. And that mindset is what makes it different. So next time the world tells you you can't do it, tell yourself, I am an eagle. I am not afraid of storms. The eagle mindset teaches us when to stay calm, when to strike, and when to transform ourselves completely. Yes, even the eagle must sometimes let go, breaking its old beak, shedding its wings, painful, lonely, but necessary for rebirth. And after that, it comes back stronger, sharper, and more focused than ever. Ask yourself, can you change? Can you fly again? The eagle mindset teaches us not just how to survive, but how to thrive, how to fly with faith, not fear. In a world full of noise and distractions, if you keep your eyes on the goal, you will reach it, just like the eagle. So stop thinking like a pigeon. Stop flying low. You were born to fly high. You already have that power within you. Now, it's time to wake it up. In this book, we will unlock that mindset. We will understand that power. And we will prepare for the flight that takes you to where you truly belong, the sky, beyond limits. So come on. Now is the time to shift your thinking, lift your perspective, and promise yourself, no one can stop my flight now. Chapter 1. Rise above the storm. Have you ever noticed what most birds do when a storm comes? They get scared. They hide. They look for a safe corner under trees or somewhere they feel protected. But there's one bird that doesn't run from the storm. It rises above it. That bird is the eagle. When dark clouds gather, when the winds get strong, and when lightning lights up the sky, the eagle spreads its wings. It uses the force of the storm to lift itself higher, because it knows the storm hasn't come to stop its flight. It has come to push it faster. Now think about your own life. Do storms only come in the sky? Storms come in our lives too. Failures, heartbreaks, betrayal, criticism, and moments when we even lose faith in ourselves. At those times, everything feels like it's falling apart. It feels like there's no way out. But ask yourself one question. Has this storm come to break you, or to teach you how to fly? The eagle doesn't complain. It doesn't make excuses. It doesn't blame the sky. Because it knows, to fly high, you must face the storm. Our biggest problem is not the storm itself. It's the question we ask, why is this happening to me? But the moment you change the question to, why not me? Your journey begins. The first rule of the eagle mindset is, face the storm. Don't run from it. Because those who run from storms stay on the ground. But those who face them, they reach the sky. Every storm has two faces. One that brings fear, one that brings flight. Your success depends on which one you choose to see. The eagle reaches great heights, not because the skies are calm, but because it flies through the chaos. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It finds balance within the turbulence. Now ask yourself, if a bird can show such courage, why can't you? You have the same strength inside you. The only difference? The eagle believes in itself. As long as fear holds you back, you cannot rise. But sometimes it's inside fear that we discover true courage. And awakening that courage, that's where the eagle mindset begins. Rise above the storm is not just a line, it's an action, a decision, a promise you make to yourself. No matter how hard life gets, I will not fall, I will fly. Remember, storms don't just test the brave, they shape them. They make them legends. So now, the choice is yours. Will you hide from the storm? Or will you face it and fly? Because the eagle mindset begins where fear ends and flight begins. Chapter 2. Eagle Vision. The power of clarity and focus. There's a story. In a quiet village surrounded by mountains, there lived an old man. He would often ask visitors a simple question. If I place a big stone right in front of your eyes, and there's a treasure hidden behind it, will you be able to see the treasure? People would smile and reply, "No, of course not. Not until the stone is moved." The old man would softly say, "Exactly. Just like that stone, when fear, confusion, and unnecessary thoughts block your mind, you'll never see your true destination." That's where the eagle is different. Unlike other birds, the eagle has a sharp and focused vision. It spots its prey from miles away, and once it does, it never gets distracted. It doesn't change its direction. It doesn't lose focus. It heads straight toward its goal. Now ask yourself, do you have this kind of focus in your life? Every day we get pulled in so many directions. Someone's harsh words hurt us. We get lost in the noise of social media. Small distractions pull us away from our purpose. And then we wonder, I'm trying so hard. Why isn't anything working? The truth is simple. Our energy is scattered. Our vision is blurred. If we want clarity like an eagle, we must ask ourselves, what are we truly looking at? Our destination or just the dust on the road? The eagle doesn't chase every flying insect. It saves its energy for the real prize. It knows where to focus and what to ignore. Have you ever looked into your own eyes when you feel inspired? There's a spark, a fire. But when you're lost or confused, that same spark dims. Why? Because vision is not just about seeing. It's about believing in your dream and working towards it every single day. The second rule of the eagle mindset is see beyond the noise, focus on the goal. The eagle doesn't care how many birds are making noise. It keeps flying in its path. It knows that true clarity comes when the mind is quiet and the heart speaks loud and clear. In today's fast and noisy world, the greatest luxury isn't a car or money or a big house. The greatest luxury is clarity. Because when you have clarity, you can achieve anything. So, how do we develop this eagle vision? 1. Disconnect from the noise. Take a few minutes every day to sit in silence. Listen to your own thoughts, especially the voice that says, you're meant for something bigger. 2. Make your goals crystal clear. Vague dreams give vague results. Clear goals cut through distractions like a laser. 3. Eliminate the unnecessary. Remove everything that pulls you away from your purpose. Toxic people, unhealthy habits, even your own doubts. The eagle doesn't make a move until it's 100% focused. Its silence, patience, and sharp attention all serve its vision. And if you want clear results in life, you must first clear your vision. Sometimes clarity comes from just asking yourself, am I heading in the right direction? Am I chasing what I truly want, or just following the crowd? Because remember, flying without vision is just drifting, but flying with vision, that makes history. Now the decision is yours. Will you fly through the fog, confused and distracted? Or will you fly with purpose, like an eagle, with clear eyes on your destination? Chapter 2 says, look where you want to go, think about what you want to achieve, and become who you were born to be. Chapter 3: Soar with Purpose. Identify the real purpose of your life. Have you ever wondered, why does the eagle fly so high? Is it because its wings are bigger than other birds? Is it because it's faster? Number. The eagle flies high because it knows where it has to go. There's direction in its flight. There's purpose behind every movement. Now stop and ask yourself for a moment. Does my life also have that direction? Do I really know why I'm living? Or am I just waking up, running around all day and sleeping again, without knowing the reason behind it all? This is the big difference between a common life and a purposeful life. The eagle doesn't fly just for the sake of flying. It doesn't waste its energy. Every flap of its wings, every turn in the sky, every dive has a goal. It flies with intention. And just like that, we human beings also find real peace, only when our life starts with a reason, a purpose. But the truth is, most people today are not truly living. They're just surviving. They're stuck in a loop. School, college, job, EMIs, weekends, social media, repeat. In this loop, we slowly lose that inner voice, the one that used to say, "You are meant for something more." Let me ask you, does that voice still live inside you, somewhere deep? If it does, then you're already ahead of most. Because if it were completely gone, you wouldn't be here reading this. You'd still be asleep, lost in routine. But you're awake. You're wondering. You're asking, is this really my life? Is this all there is? And that's where the third flight of the eagle mindset begins, the flight of purpose. The eagle never gets lost. It doesn't chase anything and everything. It chooses its prey and then locks in. Its clarity comes from knowing its purpose. And we humans? Our true purpose is not just to survive. It is to discover ourselves, to build ourselves, and to live a life that matters. When you fly with purpose, you don't get carried away by the wind. You shape the wind. Purpose gives you a reason to wake up, a fire that keeps burning, even in the toughest times. Think about it. When someone knows why they're doing something, no failure can stop them. No criticism can break them. They rise stronger, every time. Purpose is the fuel that keeps your flight going. So the big question is, what is my purpose? And the answer? It's not outside, it's inside you. It could be that work which excites you, the thing you do and forget the time, that pain you felt and want to solve for others, that dream you've carried since childhood and still haven't let go. That is your purpose. The eagle doesn't wait for anyone to approve its flight. It flies, because flying is its nature. And if there's a dream, a voice, a vision that keeps returning to you again and again, then listen to it. That's not just a random thought, that's your calling. And when your flight connects with your calling, even tiredness feels beautiful. Even failure feels like a lesson. The eagle mindset teaches us, don't fly without a direction. Know where you're going and why, because flying without purpose is just drifting. But flying with purpose, that changes your life and inspires others too. So today, make a decision. I will not fly just for the sake of flying. I will fly where my purpose wants to take me. Because when you soar with purpose, you don't just fly, you make history. Chapter 4: Hunt with Precision, the Art of Discipline and Strategy. People often believe the eagle is powerful because it flies high. But that's only part of the story. The real power of the eagle isn't in its height, it's in its strategy. Because many birds can fly high, but only the eagle can hunt. And that too with accuracy, with focus, without wasting energy. It doesn't miss, it doesn't rush. It waits, and strikes only once, perfectly. Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, is your life's hard work as precise? Or are you just running endlessly, without strategy, without direction? When an eagle hunts, it doesn't chase everything it sees. It watches, it waits, it saves energy, and then, when the right moment comes, it takes action. One move, one strike, one success. But before that success, there is patience, there is planning, there is discipline. Now think. How many times in your life have you rushed into decisions, acted out of pressure or emotion, and later felt that maybe, if you had just waited, just planned, the result could have been different? That's why the fourth rule of the eagle mindset is, don't chase everything. Chase what matters, and chase it like fire. In today's world, we try to do too much. We want every opportunity. We chase every trend, every distraction, every shortcut. But the eagle doesn't chase every insect in the sky. It chooses only one prey, the one that's worth it. That's what makes the eagle powerful. Selective focus, pure discipline, sharp execution. You can work 12 or 14 hours a day, but if you don't have a clear plan, if your energy is scattered, you're not progressing, you're just staying busy. The eagle teaches us, fly less, but fly right. Do less, but do it with impact. Fight fewer battles, but win everyone. When other birds are loud and confused, the eagle is calm. When others panic, the eagle calculates. When others hesitate, the eagle strikes. You need that same sharpness in your life. Every morning ask yourself, is what I'm doing today moving me closer to my goal, or am I just keeping myself busy? Strategy isn't just about making plans. It's about knowing why you're doing what you're doing. It's about putting your energy into the right things. It's about discipline, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Just like the eagle, you must sharpen your focus. Prepare silently while others are distracted. Practice when others are partying. Plan when others are panicking. Because when the moment comes, you'll fly while others fall. Remember, life is a jungle. Only those who master timing, technique, and target win. So think like an eagle. Prepare daily. Stay away from distractions. Choose your targets wisely. And when the moment comes, strike once, strike strong, and win. Because the eagle never makes multiple attempts. It hunts only once. And that one strike becomes legendary. Chapter 5. Fly Solo, the true identity of self-reliance and inner strength. Have you ever seen an eagle flying in a group? Probably not, because an eagle never flies in a flock, it flies alone. Its silence is its comfort, the sky is its path, and its loneliness is its strength. But in today's world, we humans are afraid to be alone. We always want someone around. We look for approval from others, from friends, society, relationships, and even social media. But think for a moment, when does the biggest growth actually happen? It happens when the noise fades, when the crowd disappears, and when, for the first time, you hear your own voice. When an eagle flies solo, no one claps for it, no one guides it, no one says, "Well done." But still, it flies, because it believes in itself. That is true strength. The ability to keep going even when no one is watching, even when no one is cheering. This is what makes the eagle different from all other birds. Today, our biggest weakness is not failure. Our biggest weakness is this. We cannot sit alone with ourselves. We feel restless when alone because we never truly got to know ourselves. But the eagle, when the storm comes, it doesn't run. It flies even higher, because it knows there is no fear in flying solo. There is direction. Everyone who has achieved something great in life has walked alone at some point. There were no friends beside them, no support, no praise, but they kept walking because they chose themselves. This chapter of the eagle mindset teaches us independence is not just about making decisions alone. It's about emotional self-reliance. When you can look in the mirror and say, I don't need anyone to tell me I'm good enough. I know what I am. I know where I'm going. Then you are truly free. The eagle doesn't care what other birds think. It doesn't fly to impress anyone. It flies in its own way, high, bold, and fearless. And if the sky gets rough, it doesn't stop. It rises higher. Remember this. The crowd can applaud you, but it can't take you higher. Because the real journey, the journey within, can only be walked alone. When the eagle flies, it doesn't need a GPS. It doesn't need a like, a follow, or a comment. Its flight is its own story, and that's the purest form of power. So if today you feel lonely, don't think you are weak. Maybe this is the perfect time to connect with yourself, because the person who learns to be comfortable alone can lead any crowd, survive any storm, and write their own destiny. The eagle mindset says, the one who learns to fly solo never bows down to anyone. They walk on their own feet, fly with their own wings, and build their own future. So from today, decide. Even if the path is lonely, don't be afraid, because maybe that very path will take you to your greatest heights. Chapter 6. Rise again, turning failures into strength. Have you ever fallen so hard that it felt like everything was over? Like life had taken everything from you? Like getting up again was impossible? If yes, then remember, you're not alone. Every person who has reached great heights has also fallen deep down at some point, and even the eagle is no exception. Most people don't know, but there comes a time in the eagle's life when it has to make a tough choice. Either slowly die, or go through painful transformation and be reborn. When the eagle turns about 40 years old, its beak becomes bent, its claws grow weak, and its feathers become too heavy to fly. At that moment, it cannot hunt, it cannot soar, it starts to suffer. So what does the eagle do? It flies to the highest mountain peak, finds a quiet spot, and begins the most painful process of its life. It hits its beak against the rock until it breaks. When the new beak grows, it tears out its old claws. With the new claws, it pulls out every heavy feather one by one. It's painful, it's lonely, but from that pain, the eagle is reborn, and after months of waiting, healing, and rebuilding, it flies again, stronger, faster, and higher than ever before. Now think, if a bird can do this, why can't you? Your failures, your heartbreaks, your defeats, they are not the end of your story. They are simply pauses, moments to breathe, to reflect, and to rise again. It's okay to lose, but it's not okay to believe that losing makes you weak. The eagle mindset teaches us that every fall is a sign of a greater flight ahead. Everyone experiences dark moments. When friends walk away, dreams break, life feels stuck. But here's the truth. Some people stop there, and some people rise again. And rising again doesn't mean just trying once more. It means taking strength from your pain, using your failures as fuel, and turning your breakdown into a breakthrough. The one who walks only when life is easy won't go far, but the one who keeps walking even when everything is broken creates history. If the eagle had chosen to stay with its old beak, it would have died slowly. But it chose pain over comfort, so it could live again. If you've fallen too, don't be afraid. Maybe this is your moment to reinvent yourself. Let go of old fears. Drop the weight of doubt and excuses. Start again, stronger than ever, because your comeback can be much greater than your setback. If you sleep like an eagle, wake up now. If you've fallen, rise up and show the world. I'm not broken, I'm rebuilt. I've not just come to fly, I've come to change the sky. And now, as this flight of the eagle mindset completes, ask yourself this one powerful question. Have I been thinking like an eagle? Or have I just been flying with the crowd? Because becoming an eagle is not just about flying high. It's about having a strong mindset, a different way of thinking, and the courage to rise again when everyone else gives up. The eagle never runs from fear. It faces it. It uses storms to lift itself. It doesn't prepare in noise. It prepares in silence. And when it finally takes off, the whole world watches. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to adopt the eagle mindset, a mindset that turns weakness into strength, that finds possibility even in failure, and that boldly tells the world, I don't just survive, I soar. And if this video has given you even a little courage, if it has lit even a small spark in your thinking, then from the heart, I have just one request. Subscribe to this channel, because here, we don't just summarize books. We help you change your thinking, build your mindset, and give you a new perspective every time. Ebook-audio is not just a channel, it's a mission. A mission where knowledge is not just shared, but used to create real transformation. So I'll see you in the next video with a new book, a new thought, and a new flight. Thank you, Rooster.